Hey guys, it's Childish, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some of the cool features that they dropped in this new update here. We got a new relic, we got abilities, and much more. But before we get into that though, thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you guys always checking out these videos. If you want to see more Soul Strike content down the road, you all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. So again, fam, July 8th, the update is in 2.1.9. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The first thing that we got going on that we're going to be taking a look at here in a little bit is the new relic that just recently dropped called the White Feather Fan. So this is pretty interesting here. We're going to be able to increase the critical damage of our friendly units, and then it has the opportunity to provide the basically some additional damage based on wind. But as you guys can see, it's not only just bringing it in for the wind, but it's also going to be an ability that's going to provide a little bit of a pull, sending them airborne, and applying an electricute debuff here. So I guess the thing that I want to go ahead and point out here is that this is obviously really unique, right? Unfortunately, it adds an element of wind damage, which a lot of people don't really use right now, but I do like the fact that they are trying to incorporate something for the wind-based people that do play it out there. I do like the fact they are incorporating an elemental type of pull and the airborne, which is something that we already have. You guys already know the Demon Sword is out there. So another opportunity to pull in units without utilizing a different ally or skill for that matter. And then we have the applying of the electrocute debuff, which is an additional 50% chance to crit if they are electrocuted. So with this bringing in some additional crit damage, and of course for those people out there that use the wind damage, this can be an interesting relic for people out there, again, that are taking advantage of a mono element wind team. Again, now you don't really see them all too much here, but I will recognize the fact that Comptos is trying to incorporate specific relics that essentially provide damage for maybe elemental teams that we just don't really see a lot of. So moving on, the next change is going to be a big one for the relics here. We have a new ability slot for the relics, which is going to happen based on their awakening level between 3 and 10 respectively here. So we're going to need a new resource here, Legacy of the Lost Grove, which is going to be available in the Mad Marmot dungeon. I'm going to tell you right now, I need to work on my Mad Marmot because I know that I probably could do better, and I need to work on that. So if you're one of those people out there that have a specific team for Mad Marmot, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm going to test it out for you guys in the next video and see what we can do to get ourselves a very high score. Now, as far as all this stuff goes right here, some new sets, you know, not the super crazy. I'm not really big on the whole sets and whatnot here, but I will say this. They do have some new food here, which I want to go ahead and point out. I think this sweet and salty chicken, I think this is going to be important here. Silver gain, soul gain, I don't think this is something that people capitalize on, but I do feel for the people that are actively AFKing, this is going to be a good skill to have or a good food to have, because again, if you're trying to get yourself more soul, more silver, then you know you could take advantage of this as well. In addition to that, we have a little bit improvement on the current collab going on right now. Now, I know that there's been kind of a hit and miss when it comes to these collab units. Some people say it's not really great. You know, maybe a couple people out there say it's good. I feel like when it comes to this particular, these allies here, like a lot of the value is lost because other components of this is requiring you to utilize this, and there's just too many allies out there that provide so many unique mechanics that you just have to incorporate them. So to take all of our main allies out in order to bring these ones in, I don't think that's going to be enough. So that being said though, as you guys can see, they're trying to go out of their way to boost them up and make them viable. Let me know, for those of you guys that have been trying these out, if you guys feel like these are going to be a little bit better. We got a couple of adjustments here on the Chronos parse, making it a little bit easier to acquire. We also have some changes when it comes to the wars for those of you guys that are taking advantage of the takeovers. Now, again, friendly reminder for all of you guys that are up and coming into this game or new out this game, when you are available, please join a guild, join a community. The amount of rewards that you can obtain through this guild takeover stuff, really important. It's just rewards like everything else in this game. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of that because you don't want to miss out on that. Okay. Last but not least, I mean, they got another event going on right now, this fantastic beach festival event. Again, something similar to what we've seen before in the past. You know, do the event, or you know, and you sit there with AFK, you click on the event, you get some additional rewards. Yeah, it's nothing out of this world here. So again, a new day mission event as well. So got to do a few things, you know, throughout the game. Again, just getting some basic rewards here. But let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this particular update, which of course is the new relic. So we're going to take a look at this right here. White Weather Fan. Again, we already made a comment about it. Critical damage. We got the damage based on wind, pulling them in, sending and the airborne, and the applying the electrocute debuff here. So if you guys are wondering which one I'm referencing this to, I'm referencing this one to the Demon Sword because this is basically essentially a similar copy to this, but instead of physical damage, it provides the instead of the wind damage, it provides the physical damage, and it also provides the bleed effect as well. So now you got not one but two different relics providing the critical damage. If you're a wind-based unit, maybe combining this Demon Sword plus the new wind fan might be something to consider. We'll have to see for all of my pro wind players out there, see if it's good. So we're going to definitely get a copy because I still recommend everybody getting a copy of it. We do have a couple of summons to utilize here. I'm trying to see if I can get it like real quick because I'm not trying to blast all my summons in. Do a 300 summon when we can get it. Maybe we can get lucky and get on a 3 on just a 30. But knowing my luck, I bet that it's probably gonna happen. I'm just gonna get lazy. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm just gonna rip it one time and get it in. But we're gonna try the first 300 here. I think we had about 1,400 summons or scrolls or whatever like that, and haven't had too much luck here. Please, for the love of God, get a copy here. Let's see where we're at right now. We need, oh my gosh, we need 2,000. That's unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna pop it one time. Still nothing here. Let's pop it again. Still nothing. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me here. That is actually brutal. Where are we at right now? 1,420. Oh my gosh. Because honestly, this particular resource, I honestly don't want to use it all. I mean, do we wait? Do we not wait? I feel like I got to go for it, right? Let's take a look to see if we can get lucky here. Maybe do a 30. I'm trying my very best not to use all my resources, and it looks like we were able to get it done here. Hello? What do you got there? Well, as you guys might have guessed, we got the new item. First thing that Comptos wants to do is to awaken it to level 3. I get it, though. I mean, they recently changed it, providing some new added bonuses to it. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But we're not going to buy it, of course. We're going to go ahead and save it. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at it, man. Where is it at here? We'll level it up a little bit. I'll bring it up to like level 50 or something. Let's see where we're at. So, crit damage, 58%. Comparison is level 100 here. 73%. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty good here. Now, I would like to see where we're at when it comes to our auto farming right now. We're at 8281, and I believe at this current point right now, we are actually still like kind of able to clear it without too much issue here. I'm curious to see how much added bonus it will have in this particular situation. Obviously, I'm not win-based, so I wouldn't play it, but just for the sake of the thing, we're like, what would be, especially for the win-based players, what would be the one to get rid of here? So, whoa, what just happened there? I didn't even realize that. I just died. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, let's see if we can go ahead and take this out here. I think we've kind of hit our limit. That works. So I just noticed on the previous stage, we must have switched stages for maybe like a quest or something like that. I noticed that we were doing a stage that was immune to bleeding. So I went ahead and switched over to Bamboo Lake, which again is one of the few stages in this area that has that bonus to fire-based skills. Now I know that's not going to really mean anything when it comes to that new relic here, but curious to see how much it changes. So we're just going to kind of go and clear this here. If we clear it relatively fast, we'll kind of leave it at that, and then we're going to go ahead, before we get into the next stage, we're going to go ahead and switch it over here. Let's get in this relic. I don't even know where we would switch here, because quite honestly, I love every single one that I have. So let's go ahead, just for the sake of this one, we'll take the Mirror of the Underworld off, and let's go ahead and put this one in. Once again, the unfortunate value. The unfortunate thing about this is that it's not the same level, and it's different stats. Whatnot. But I'm just curious to see what kind of improvements does it make when it comes to critical damage. If it's going to be a little bit faster, a little bit slower. Seems to be that it's a little bit faster. And again, another way of pulling here. I'm curious to see, take a look at our relics here as well. We have one that casts every 12 seconds. We have this one that casts every 15 seconds. So that's something kind of, put into play. Will they overlap? Will they be spread out? Because I guess you could see a lot of added value, right? Keeping units airborne, back to back there. But either way, let's take a look at it here. Skills are going in nicely and a little bit slower. Maybe we just kind of got lucky with regards to our burn effects and stuff like that. But yeah. Okay, well, it is what it is. Like I said, guys, I'm looking forward to hearing your guys' feedback on this white feather fan. We'll see how that goes. And then, of course, don't forget, come back on over to your guys' Mad Marmot so you can get yourself some Legacy Grove. Let's go ahead and actually, before we call the video off, let's go ahead and we're just going to do a run here real quick. And once again, just try not to laugh too hard. I'm just running my Firebase team for now. We'll see how it goes. I think I was at 656. Is that what it said? Because if that's the case, then there's quite a bit of room for improvement here. Maybe we'll get up to like 670 or something like that. Oh, am I gonna call it right now? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But I will say I think in a situation like this, having a couple pull-based relics is definitely gonna be nice. But yeah, we got a little bit of added bonus here. 656 going to 664. We'll take it. We'll take it. But yeah, anyway, so 6,600. Basically, it almost seems like a multiplier, right? 664 times 10 is the amount of resources that we get. So let's go ahead and head on over to a relic. And I think what I want to go ahead and do is take a look at a legendary relic, right? Because the mythical relics, I'm sure that it's going to take us a while. You can see, like right now, we have one that has, a little bit of added bonus here. But these stats, right? I believe these stats are going to be coming into play. They're going to be available to us. They're just going to be available to us regardless, right? Regardless if we have it equipped or not. Maybe that's not the case here. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. Undying Glide. What do I want to do here? Flamestone Dagger. Fire damage for all enemies. Sure, let's go ahead and do this. Ugh. So yeah, I'm curious to see if that does apply. But clearly, clearly I want to go ahead and, go back in there and play. Now, I want to take a look at something here because you guys notice that when we did the ability here, we did, for two of them on Legendary, it was 800. Notice that the mythical one is at 1,600. So I do believe that if it is a specific stat that we gain just passively, I think the value will come from these legendary ones, because it costs way different. Yeah, look at that. I can hold on to that all day. Oh, wait a minute. Now it's 1,600 because I locked this one in. Oh, okay. So yeah, definitely do not want to spend too much. But again, I think the resource is going to come fairly quick, and I think we're going to have to start, making keys or using keys or whatnot here. We always know that we generally save our keys for the pet, but maybe we can craft the keys and craft them and get them that way. But either way, fam, that's going to be it for the update here. Just dropped at 2.1.9 for Soul Strike here, featuring a couple new features of the game. Once again, let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this new relic, what you guys think about these new abilities. I am looking forward to hearing your feedback on that, okay? Thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care.